definitely interesting, and surely more towards ideally blossoming the institution, possibly, well, Dr. Ramesh Babu tried to mention it as 2050 for Sir Ramesh Babu. However, Ravi Shekhar and Dr. Usha Rani, later Sitaram Anjaneyulu garu, they hope that the institution shall definitely achieve all of them, right? As Dr. Raghunathan has put it, they are more wish list good. But then I'm really happy about the points that they have mentioned. All of them have spoken about high quality faculty. How high quality faculty can happen? What are the important points? Of course, Dr. Professor Ramesh Babu tried to touch certain interesting points that the school should be provided for the children of faculty, right? And then he also mentioned about cooperative marketing should be available, cooperative, living should be made available. Well, people also mentioned about fully residential campus, but then fully residential campus cannot be possible overnight because the institution did not. See, that is the reason I called it as projectile. Projectile is you should have very categorically studied from where this institution started its origin, from where did it spring, and to where you want to take it, how you would take it. The roadmap for the next 5 years. How is most important. Okay. In fact, the simplest solution is naturally they cannot build, but there are people who are building apartments. Why should they not either hire the entire building and at least make it available to the new faculty the day they walk in, right? See, small things which we have got to pay attention is the following. A new assistant professor is recruited who has just got married also, and these people here, the landlords here, will ask for 10 months advance, isn't it? 10 months, 5 months advance, okay. And where will we have the money, so much of money to give it? And indirectly you are encouraging dowry because that is the only place from where you can get the money, isn't it, to pay for this advance everything. Right? Indirectly, that's what you people are doing. You people are doing it. Right? So, the institution can have it. Don't worry, walk into this house, alright? And we will deduct the rent from your salary. Small things. Why we should not start? When it starts, naturally, we will understand, the management will understand this is not a permanent solution. Then they will start moving towards building a cooperative residential campus. Now, even for a cooperative residential campus, you have got to suggest the strategies. In fact, I have been suggesting it to Dr. Lavudataya garu, why should this not be another dimension of business or activity in your whole society? We will attract the people, and the young people get attracted. Why people should get attracted to IIIT Shri City? People get attracted, they don't even get attracted to IIT Madras, they get attracted to IIIT Shri City. The reason is, a new faculty, the young faculty, can walk into his own house at IIIT Shri City. He can straight away become the owner of his house by walking into IIIT Shri City. So we will also do it here. We will also give him the piece of land. We will also give him a model that this is the model you should stick to. And we should also try to give him 100% finance to construct the house. Isn't it? Let him do that and he will get involved. As said by Professor Ramesh Babu, we should have that model school. In fact, the most important thing, my topmost priority was going in IIIT, not to IIIT, but to maintain the Kendriya Vidyalaya, which was part of my institution, because I wanted my faculty not to send the children anywhere other than this Kendriya Vidyalaya, which was in the campus. Right? So my focus was that. I was the chairman, ex-officio chairman for this Kendriya Vidyalaya school also. IIT Madras, has a beautiful Kendriya Vidyalaya inside. IIT Kanpur has, all IITs have, and all IITs also have this, marketing complex within the campus. So once we develop this, what are the advantages? The advantage is they definitely moving. We are taking care of them. Sure. And once we take care of it, this campus, if it is possibly nearby, okay. If it is not nearby, the shuttling bus, we should keep on shuttling between that residential campus and this campus. And most important things I wanted people to talk about, like, well, Dr. Kalpana did it very interesting way. I really like her phrase. You take care of human resources shall take care of the institution. Very wonderful, very wonderful. Which obviously means somewhere, whoever has spoken, somewhere they have expressed their internal feelings so very well that something is missing in this institution. Why can't you be bold enough to tell that this is missing in this institution? When you learn to be bold to tell that this is missing, this has got to happen. And obviously, Dr. Kalpana said that in a very polished way, that you take care of human resources will take care of the institution. It all meant that. But then, we should be bold enough to clearly mention that these are the points which have got to be taken care. So just now I was telling you about at least have some, a set of apartments, some 20, 30 apartments, okay. And it's not a big issue at all. Then let us ask these people to move in, and then a cooperating housing colony we should build up. And then the condition is very simple. Well, this building is yours, you do it. But then, this is yours only. But then if you want to leave the institution, whatever the advance we have paid, within 1 month you return it and you can go. Right? You can definitely go. Surely it is definitely going to be very difficult, and we will definitely look at the perspective of staying here only for some more time till he becomes capable. Well, you want your institution to become national level, international level, as Professor Ramesh Babu has mentioned, world-class level, I agree. But then, where are the parallels with the world-class? How will they take care of their faculty there? What will they do? Yes, we have to bring quality faculty. How? First, we have got to retain. Everybody has touched upon faculty retirement. How? See, and the other day when I called all the young faculty of level 10 and level 11 assistant professors who are from premier institutions, isn't it? We remember premier institutions. None of them from IITs, none of them they opened their mouth. I will just ask the question, why you should not write the research proposal for the seed money of this institution? None of them opened, and it all clearly said that they were using this as a springboard to jump to some other institution. They're just using this as a springboard, and this is why this is a springboard. Luckily, because you have some NIRF ranking. Had there been no NIRF ranking, even those people would not have come here. Because there is an NIRF ranking for this institution, and all the institutions of national importance will consider the service putting in NIRF as a possible service, they come over here. Well then, at least people have been joining, then how can we convert them to remain here faculty? So we have got to really think of all the amenities and all the securities that have been provided by institutions of national importance. Somebody was telling me very interestingly in one of the private university, where it was I think it was Professor Monachal who said this to me, so beautifully he mentioned. Some teacher went to the management, chairman, and asked me, please get my name ratified at the university level. The chairman, you were also there, the chairman mentioned to him, what is the advantage of ratification for you? Then this gentleman said, sir, if I am ratified, I can be a permanent person. What is permanent in a private university, sir? Private institution. If I think you are permanent, you are permanent. If I don't think you are permanent, you are not permanent. When the chairman of the institution himself can tell like that, what guarantee a youngster like Fayaz will be having? Right? Dr. Fayaz comes with a tag of any PhD. Come, he is young and he is also not from this place. And if somebody tells that you are permanent till I feel that you are permanent, then what is the guarantee that he should live here? Right? What facilities we have got to create? I'm sure yesterday Dr. Professor Vijayram mentioned that everybody should be made. Seed money has got to be provided to him on the day he arrives. Right? But then, for whatever the reason, my dean R&D will tell that if you collect the seed money, you should give a guarantee of staying here for 2 years. Can we not support the people without any tag? Without any tag. Right? When are we allowing our people to spring back even if they commit any grave mistake also? Right? That's of course the ethical, etc. Good, lovely. So, why are you not straight away telling that the amenities and the support system on par with any, if it is provided, we also make this a any. Why are you not telling me that? Okay. See why Birla Institute of Technologies are very strong? Only because same thing which is available in the government is provided. Do you know what MIT does? Mahi, Manipal Education Society. They will be the first set of people. They are the first always to introduce the new pay scale. 2006, they introduced it fast. 2016, they introduced it first. 2026, they are going to be the first, even before IITs would implement. The reason is very simple. Parallelly, they will also work on the new pay scales along with the government. And naturally, they also get all the inputs from the government, the new commission, pay commission. And they tell the following. We shall implement on this day the new pay scales, and if the government pay scales are going to be much different from whatever we have paid, we will pay the excess, we will pay the difference from the day the government implements. However, till then we will be paying our revision. Right? On the contrary, if our scales turn out to be better than the government pay scales, we shall not withdraw. We shall continue that. We shall continue our pay scale. Number one. Number two, full residential campus, every faculty, new faculty will get a house straight away. Number 3, medical support. Full medical support, not only to the family, to the parents of the faculty also. Right? So we should think of, but of course this will not happen. That's the reason I told you what is the immediate roadmap. Right? So all said and done, finally it boils down to most important thing, boils down to safety, security of the job, safety of my family. Isn't it? When people ask me, when private people started asking me to become the vice, this is not the first university. My first call was from Modi University at Gujarat. Right? Not Modi, Indus Valley University at Gujarat. Okay? All that I mentioned is, I do not want any big salary. I don't want. But I should not be worried about running my family. You take care of all those things. Don't make me to run around to pay a phone bill. Don't make me to run around to pay a telephone bill. Today everything is quite okay, but in those days we had to go and stand in the queue and we have got to pay. So if you take care of all these things, if my wife could be comfortable, I can be comfortable. Tell me that. And tell me, openly tell me that salary structure should be comparable and compatible. Tell me. Right? See, these things will definitely take. And of course, today or tomorrow, any management has got to learn this. They cannot keep quiet. They have got to learn. And at least tell me strongly that definitely this is a private institution, but it is not a private enterprise. It's an institution. Still, we are accountable to public, because what a government could not do at a faster pace, government has been expecting the private players to do that what government could not do, but still raising the money from the public source. Isn't it? So I'm not finding that strong rational views. All these ideals can happen provided the ground is strong. And you tell me how to make the ground strong. Right? I want this. The ground to be made very strong. And that has got to be understandable, reachable, and implementable. Right? At least 2 words. Fully residential campus. 2 words. What is the first step? Tell me that. Right? Tell me that. And we have been trying several things. Myself and Raghunathan, we are silently trying. In all the interviews, we will first ask the question, what is your spouse doing? What is the qualification of your spouse? The only point is we try to have both of them in the same campus. We want to have both of them in the same campus. Right? It is against the American policy. America tells that the moment you enter into a relationship with anybody in the campus, you should declare it and both of you should not be in the same campus. Against that we are trying here, but of course we are not going to put both husband and wife in the same department at least. We don't want to put, so we want. My whole idea is that husband and wife come together in the same car or in the same bike, go back together. At least that money would be saved. At least that petrol money would be saved. However, there is a contradiction to this. In fact, my registrar should not give 2 HRAs because they are going to live in the same house. But the government tells that 2 HRAs cannot be acceptable. For example, already Viranjanil is counting. Okay, if 1 HRA is taken away, what am I going to do? Okay. And so I want So you see, this, I'm sure otherwise the points are really excellent. In fact, I was so busy noting down the points mentioned by each one of you. Of course, Ramesh Babu mentioned that you should not be STEM, you should become STEAM, and STEAM should definitely imply arts and culture. Well, how we should do that? That is most important, how we have got to do that. Right? And he mentioned central instrumentation cell, which is all possible. It should be done, and 24/7 should be done. Sita Ramanjanelu had lot of ideas. Right? He focused on teaching and learning. I really liked one phrase of Sita Ramanjanelu: we are teaching. Are we learning? And we are doing our job, but are they doing their job? But are we responsible that they are not learning? Is the next important question. To what extent are we responsible that they are not being able to learn? You just keep complaining, sir, the quality is not good, sir. Sir, they all have come from Telugu medium, sir. Sir, they don't have mathematics, sir. Sir, they have passed all useless multi-choice MCQ question examinations. So how will they learn? But then you have accepted to take them and transfer them to engineers. Right? Therefore, it is my responsibility to also make them learn. It is our responsibility. Is there any gap in learning? Yes, a good. And I really liked what Dr. Sita Ramanjanelu mentioned. A good teacher is certainly a good academic leader. I shall add it. Only a good researcher can be a good teacher. Or in other words, a good teacher has got to be essentially a good researcher. Researcher does not mean the one who works for PhD degree or one who writes the papers for big large number of citations or one who writes expecting his H index should go high. A researcher implies a critical thinker. Right? Shri Malakondaya Garu does not have a PhD degree, but I have not seen a better researcher than himself because he is very analytical. He has got a doctorate degree, good. Yeah, whatever it is. But then the point is a researcher is a critical thinker. Okay, a very good researcher can be seen in primary schools. They keep on thinking how I should teach this concept to the children. How I should teach odd and even numbers. Do you know how does a teacher in a primary school teach odd and even numbers so beautifully? He will put all his children in a circle, right? And they will ask them to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he will immediately tell all the even numbers stay in the same circle, all the odd numbers go back 2 steps behind. Right? And then look at this. 1 odd and even he has got. 2, what is a concentric circle he has got. 3 is going to teach now how much area is going to increase, how much circumference is going to increase. Gamification as brought out by Dr. Kalpana. Right? These are the points. Well then, naturally, DTD definitely focused upon lovely, very interesting point. The most interesting being of them, which I understood is only most towards tech-savvy education plus automation, highest level of automation, right? These are things which have got to happen, but then how? Right? How? What should be the budget? What should be the involvement? Right? But then, escaping from your responsibility and clearly telling what management has got to do is incorrect. Right? It is very incorrect. You are a human being, you are born to serve the next generation. Otherwise, your birth is like any other animal. At least animal has an advantage that it does not know what is death. But as a human being, I know what is death. But if I die several times before the final death, what is the use?
Thank you very much.